Hi guys, and welcome to part 1 of Presentation and Portfolio, presented by 20373 RMS Chimera. Today, we'll be talking about the portfolio aspect of the presentation and portfolio. And in that, we'll be talking about what it is, what to include in it, some examples on it, when to start working on it, the awards it can help with, and some general tips that'll make your portfolio better. Now, what is a portfolio? A portfolio is a way to show the judges everything you've done over the season. It's typically 15 pages long with a cover page, and it's printed on typical US letter or A4 size paper. And a portfolio is required for consideration for some judged awards. It's an overview of your season every step of the way, through all the challenges and all the solutions. Now, what do you include in your portfolio? There are 4 main things you want to include, which are the cover page, team introduction, robot design, generally by subsystem, which is essentially the hardware, and community outreach. Now these 4, including software, are the main ideas you want to have in your portfolio. Along with that, it's recommended to have a team plan, goals, and strategy section, along with the lessons learned section in your portfolio. It's not necessarily required, but it's definitely recommended. On your cover page, the main thing you want to have is your team name and number. Along with that though, you should have the year of the game name, a picture or CAD of your robot, but a picture of your team could also work, and your team logo. In your team introduction, you want to include each of the team members' names and roles, without including their last names. You also want to include each individual's contribution and goals to the team. If you're doing a team goals or plan section, talk about what you want to learn this year and how you accomplished it. You also want to talk about how it informed your game strategy. Now we're going to talk about some really good examples of portfolios. These 2 are of cover pages. Notice how they both have their team name, number, the year of the game, and the game name. Both of them also have a picture or CAD of the robot, which are all very essential things to have on a cover page. These 2 are of team introductions. They both include the team members' names and roles without including their last names. The one on the bottom right also includes each individual's contribution and goals for the season. And the one on the left includes mentors, which would be really important if you're aiming for the Connect Award. These 2 are examples of team goals. The one on the right talks about both what they wanted to learn and accomplish that year and how it informed their game strategy. This is a really good example of an outreach section on a portfolio. It's because it briefly describes the outreach activities without going too in-depth into it. It also includes photos of the team performing the outreach, all of them in which the team is wearing their uniform. It also really emphasizes big statistics, like the number of new members that joined, outreach hours, social media followers, and website views. This image is an example of a lessons learned section in a portfolio. On the left side, it shows how the robot progressed throughout the season, through every change. And on the right side, it goes through in detail onto what worked and what didn't work in that robot change. This is essentially what your hardware section should look like, and in this format is called the problem-solution format. It talks about an initial solution, a challenge with it, a solution for that challenge, and a challenge for that solution. In the end, you come down to a final solution, which solves everything. This is another part that goes into your hardware section, and it's called the engineering design process. It talks about the design requirements, and it emphasizes trade-offs and how you reach your final solution. It also really emphasizes testing and redesigning stuff. The left picture here shows how it's integrated into the portfolio, and the picture on the bottom shows the actual engineering design process. Now, when do you want to start working on the portfolio? The answer to this is ideally at the beginning, but there are still some things that you can start on before the game even releases, such as outreach events from after the last competition from the previous season, and the team plan and introduction. Another really important thing that you should do is keeping track of everything as you go along. This includes hours, events, changes, problems, challenges, and solutions. One really good way of doing this is to have somebody or multiple people running a log. This can be on either Google Doc or Slack. These 3 pictures are really good examples of logs on Slack because they talk about what a problem was and then a solution to that problem. And it's not just hardware, it's also software. Even if it was just a minor change like adding like a flat plate on a robot, we need to track that and record that because that plate could have changed the entire robot and its accuracy. Now, before we talk about the awards that a portfolio can help with, let's talk about all the awards you can get at a competition. You can get the Inspire Award, Winning Captain or Alliance Award, the Think Award, the Finalist Captain or Alliance Award, the Connect Award, the Reach Award, and the Sustain Award. 3 awards in yellow are called TA Awards, or Team Attribute Awards. They recognize teams that exemplify the more than robots idea by focusing on community outreach, team spirit, and the spread of First Core. Along with those 7 awards, there are 4 more awards that you can get, which are the Design, Innovate, Control, and Judge's Choice Award. The 3 in green are called MCI Awards, or Machine, Creativity, and Innovation Awards. They focus on robot engineering, technical design, and programming achievement. The Judge's Choice Award celebrates a team that stands out but does not fit into any of the above categories, and it's optional, which means that not every competition is going to have it. Of all of these awards, a portfolio is required for the Inspire, Think, and Control Award. The Control Award is awarded for using advanced sensors, software, and intelligent control, especially in the autonomous period. The Think Award is for the team that best reflects their journey in the engineering portfolio. It's kind of considered like an unofficial 4th place Inspire Award. The Inspire Award is all around excellence in outreach, presentation, portfolio, pit judging, robot performance, and gracious professionalism. It's overall the best team and robot, at least that's what they show, and it gains the most ranking points. Here are some general tips and tricks that'll help make your portfolio better. First thing you want to do is to bold keywords that you want the judges to notice. You also want to include statistics and numbers whenever you can. It's because it makes it a lot easier for the judges to see the important stuff without having to search for it. If you're aiming for a specific award, include keywords from the award description or the award name in your portfolio. You can also include lots of simple diagrams and pictures over paragraphs of text. It's because simple diagrams help explain things visually, which is much easier to see if you're a judge who only has a specific amount of time to look through your portfolio. Pictures also show evidence that these events actually happened. The more the better. You also want to use different colors and font sizes because it helps specific things stick out. Highlight changes and improvements over time. You can do this through the problem solution format and the engineering design processes. You also want to number your pages so judges can flip through certain pages quicker. Thank you so much for watching part 1 of Presentation and Portfolio, and a special thanks to teams Curiosity Robotics, Team Without a Cool Acronym, Circuit Run Research, and MSET Cuttlefish for posting excellent portfolios online. The links to some of these portfolios will be down in the description below. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you.